Let's go! Today we're talking about homes over $1 million in Spokane. We're gonna go over 3 things that you must do if you're shopping for $1 million plus home in Spokane. And stick around to the end because I have one key that will help you find your dream home in Spokane and you don't wanna miss it. What's up guys, it's Reed and I help people just like you find their bigger, better home in Spokane. I love to do it, it's one of my favorite things. Listing homes is fantastic, but helping people find that new home, the home that they're gonna move into, that just fires me up. Okay, so here's the 3 things that you need to make sure you do if you're buying $1 million plus home in Spokane. Number 1, what is your lifestyle? You need to evaluate what kind of life you want to live here in Spokane. Do you want a gated, more upscale community in a well-known area or neighborhood of Spokane? Or do you want something a little bit on the outskirts with more acreage and room to roam? What kind of amenities do you want? Do you want a pool? Do you want a pickleball court? Do you want a tennis court? Do you need a home gym? How about a shop? Do you have cars that you need to store? You need to make sure that the property or location that you're searching in has those amenities that you're looking for to fit your lifestyle. Another thing that you need to pay attention to is if you have kiddos, what school they want to go to. Whether you're going to do homeschool, private school, or public school, there's different areas in Spokane to pay attention to. Number 2 is specialized inspections. In $1 million and up homes, there can be different mechanical systems that you want to pay attention to, whether it's an upgraded HVAC system, whether it's a pool, maybe it's the landscaping has a waterfall and you need to make sure that the pump isn't plugged and it's functioning properly so that you don't run into issues down the road. These homes have more moving parts, there's more variables, so instead of just one simple standard inspection, I would recommend that you have your realtor or me, if you want to use me, have specialized professionals come in and inspect the different pieces of the home so that you know that you're getting a quality home for your money. The third piece, and you may not want to think about it right now because all you want is that home and you think you're going to live there forever, but one thing that I would recommend is resale value. While you may have good taste, it may not be the same taste or more universal appeal that people are looking for. For example, we have homes in Spokane that are just a little bit quirkier or maybe a little bit more unique, and those homes are sitting on the market for months and months and sometimes years. And so you may love this property right now, but if you think that the buyer pool is really small and it might be a struggle to sell maybe in 7 to 10 years when you decide to, I would definitely take note of that, because the last thing you want to do is spend all this money on a home and then when you go to sell it, you can't sell it. That's not what I want for you. I have a home that I'm going to show you in just a sec that I think is a little bit too unique for most of the Spokane buyers, and that's why it's been for sale on and off since 21. It's almost 2025 now. So it's a little bit trickier, and I know you say, we bought it, so that means someone else will buy it. That doesn't always happen. So I want to protect you in that regard. So just make sure that you're not buying this weird spaceship, quirky house, and that you're buying something that you could see someone else wanting to buy in the future. Back to my point on number 3, we just want to make sure that your home has mass appeal. Unless you're going to live there forever, or if money's not an option, obviously it matters less. Here's a home that's been for sale on and off since 2021, 2.5 million. I mean, it's really cool, but you can see how it wouldn't appeal to everyone. It's a little bit colder, a little more sterile, a little more spaceshipy. And so you can see that the buyer pool is probably very small for this property. Spokane, there was about 12 homes that sold at that $1 million plus range. So we're not selling a lot of $1 million plus homes in Spokane. So the buyer pool is already small. And then if you have a home that's 2.5 million and it's not super appealing to every single person, it's going to make it harder to sell. Now I'm going to go to another one. Obviously, it looks a little bit similar, but this home has a little bit more appeal to me, and I'm going to show you why. A little bit more stylish, and people are loving this white marble, beautiful fireplace. You know, it has the upgraded bathroom, soaking tub. It's a little bit more inviting, right? And so these homes are about the same price, but one is a lot more appealing to more buyers, while the other isn't. You might have different opinions, but these are 2 homes that I wanted to highlight side by side because they are kind of similar in price, almost a little bit similar in how, they have the boxier design. You have to be careful of that when you're shopping in Spokane because we don't have a ton of buyers. So you want to make sure that the buyers we do have will like the house that you're buying if you do plan to sell. And the only reason I say that is people talk about forever homes. I don't really believe in forever homes. I think that people end up moving more often than they think they will. Obviously, there's those occasions where you're going to stay in your house for 30, 40 years, But a lot of the times people are moving every 5 to 7 years. So something to think about in the back of your mind. You saw the two home comparisons. Let's just look at what the market data says for $1 million plus homes in Spokane. You can see we set it to $1 million up to no limit. Obviously we're in Spokane. I think the most expensive home is like 10 million, which is a total outlier. So you can see the trends are basically the same as the average market. Things start to dip in the winter, pop back up in the spring. But one thing that you'll notice that's so interesting to me is that in March of last year, there was only 4 sales of $1 million plus. March, that's jumping into spring. Maybe it was just a weird year. Maybe there wasn't that many homes on the market. You can see it's far less, in March than it is, here in October. Pick up the data up to, December of this year. So there's 100 homes for sale, and put that in perspective. There's about 1,300 homes for sale in Spokane as a whole. Only 100 of those are $1 million plus. So a very small percentage of homes, and 2 of them are pending. So 2% of homes that are on the market are pending. That means it's a great buyer's market because homes aren't selling super fast. 98 out of 100 homes haven't sold. So as a buyer in this market, you have a huge opportunity to get a great deal. Let's look back year over year at this time. So we have 10 more houses, up 11.1% for total homes available compared to last year. Pending and sold numbers, very similar, not a lot going on. I have data for all the way up to the end of November. So let's look at that. So we had 114 homes in the $1 million plus range for sale in Spokane. 20 of those were new, 13 of them sold. And right now we have months of inventory. What I look at is closed or pending sales. I like to focus on closed sales, and months of inventory is 8.8. We say anywhere from like 3 to 6 is balanced. Under 3 is a seller's market. Anything over 6 is a buyer's market. So if you're a buyer looking for $1 million plus home in Spokane, everything is ripe for the picking. 2% of homes are selling. You have the advantage. Ball's in your court. Go make your offer. If you want to look at average active price, it's almost 1.6 million. Price per square foot, $292 in November. What I always look at, sold to list price differential. So if we go to sold to original list price differential, scroll over here, it was 92% in November. And obviously you've seen where it's 88% sometimes, then it's closer to 100. But just last month, you would get an 8% discount. On $1 million home, that's $80,000. It's a lot of money. As you can see, if you're buying a home in the $1 million price range, you don't have a lot of competition because look, 2 homes have sold this month and 13 homes sold last month. So not a ton of competition. There's enough inventory out there for everyone to choose from. You see the data. Not a lot is happening in the $1 million plus range in Spokane. And truly, I think it's the best deal in Spokane. Everyone's always looking for a deal. Well, if you got the money, you can get 8% off your purchase of $1 million plus home. And that adds up, especially if you're buying a $2 million property, you can get 160 grand off. It's great money in your pocket. The key when you're shopping in this market is to get a realtor like myself or someone else who's gonna go digging for you. You might not find something that you love on the MLS and think you have to wait and wait and wait. Go find someone like me who's gonna go hunt down properties for you to look at. These are expireds, withdrawns, canceled properties. So homes that have been on the market previously in the last 12, 18, 24 months that didn't sell, but you know that the owners would like to sell their home. So we'll go talk to them, see if they're open to selling, and then you start the conversation from there. That's how you end up finding your dream house if it's not on the market. As you can see, Spokane is not a hotbed for $1 million plus homes. While we do have 100 of them on the market, 13 of them sold last month. So if you're looking, you have a huge advantage because it is a buyer's market. And then remember the 3 things to remember when you're buying $1 million plus home. You want to think about your lifestyle and the amenities and the location that you want. You want to make sure that you get specialized inspections before you jump into this house. There's a lot of different moving parts in $1 million plus homes, and you want to make sure that you're getting the right and working moving parts so you don't have troubles or issues down the road. And then finally, you want to make sure the home has more appeal than maybe just you or a few people. Because if you don't live there for your entire life, it's going to be a headache to sell it down the line, and I don't want that for you. So I hope you got value from this. If you're shopping for $1 million plus home in Spokane, give me a call. All my contact info is down below in the description. I would love to help you. There's a lot of interesting things that we could be doing to help you win in this market, save money, get a gorgeous home for you or you and your family. Again, my name is Reed, and I'll see you on the next video.